Your favorite TV shows ended. Hangin with Mr. Cooper. A personal favorite of mine, actually. Before we get started, let me lay down a little bit of what's going on. We have Mark, of course, living with his cousin Geneva and Vanessa. And we have Nicole, who's a daughter of Geneva. And we have Tyler, the next door neighbor. And we have Irvin, who hangs out with Mr. Cooper once in a while. Probably the biggest update that you should know is that Mark finally got together with Vanessa, and now they're engaged to be married. And that's where we start this episode, with Vanessa waking up Mark from a nap, letting him know that they're going to take wedding pictures very soon. In the meantime, we have Nicole and Tyler coming up with a song so they can sing at the wedding. And it's supposed to be an old song, but kind of new, but upbeat, but kind of slow. It was so confusing. Now the day of the photo shoot comes, and Vanessa's ready to go with her wedding dress on. And Mark, thinking it's a joke, dresses up as a squirrel and totally ruins everything. Vanessa is not happy at all, and she feels Mark doesn't understand how important this was for her. And does Mark even really know her at all? Which gives her an idea for a test for Mark. She's going to put a personal ad in the newspaper, and she's going to get Mark to pick which one is hers. And she does. So Mark hangs out with Irving, trying to find out which one it is, but they're all the same. So Mark comes up with a plan at this point, where he's going to respond to all the ads and tell him to look out for a man with a red rose. And he's not going to wear the red rose, and he's going to hope that Vanessa's happy enough that he was able to find which one is hers. And the other women wouldn't be even mad at him because they would see he has no rose. This plan seems pretty complicated. Now Irvin, looking for love, says he'll wear the rose, that way he can clean up after Mark gets with Vanessa. Meanwhile, Nicole and Tyler come up with the song, and Vanessa likes it. Now at this point, Mark's at the restaurant and meets up with Vanessa, and everything seems to be going as planned, as Vanessa believes that he chose the right ad. Except, Vanessa really wants that rose that Mark was supposed to have, because she wants to save it for later. Mark wrestles it from Irving so that he can give it to Vanessa. Now the other women in the restaurant that were from the ads start to figure things out, as the man with the red rose answered all their personal ads. And Vanessa starts to overhear this as well. Now Mark's no fool, because he hears this and quickly abandons having the rose, and he gives the rose back to Irving. Now the women see Irving with the rose, and now they think that he's the one who set this all up. They slap him right in the face, and he takes off running. Of course, Vanessa's pretty pissed as Mark because she knows that he did it. But eventually, she forgives him because he mentions that she means a lot to him. And in a random stroke of luck, Mark is able to pick out which one is hers just by not even looking. And so they reconcile. Pretty much end of the story, but there is a little segment after the show where Mark welcomes the viewer into his home as a final goodbye to the audience. He gives a hug to Irving, who's going on a vacation, says bye to Tyler, and gives him the keys to the house. Nicole and Geneva show up and say they're going shopping, and Vanessa comes down the stairs to meet up Mark before they leave. Mark says thank you to all the audience for watching every week and to follow your dreams, because he did. And there you go, the ending to Hangin with Mr. Cooper. What happens after that? It's left to the audience to decide, but I like to think Mark and Vanessa did get married. Overall, the episode was pretty cool, but the goodbye seemed kind of tacked on, probably because they got canceled so abruptly. I give it 6 out of 10. Let me know what other TV shows I should do.